Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Alabama 100 here at Talladega Superspeedway on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. We're here at Season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. And we're going to be going green very shortly. 16 drivers in the event today. And we're underway. Green flag is in the air. Race 17 here in Season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. A lot of nice paint jobs in this race. We should say that. Whoa, we saw something happen up there. And it's the 15 of Jerry Ashley. It's a tough break for him. He's going to be far behind and he's not going to have a dancing partner. Rush Downing working with Jordan Green and Tyler McMurder, all three of those guys at the rear of the field. Up front, Daniel Harmon is your race leader in the number 62 car, getting a big push from Gary Latimirak Jr. in the number 10. They're lined up on the bottom along with Jeffrey Robinson Jr. He's on the inside, giving them a push as well. Kenny Adair in the number 94 car could not wait for this event to start. He's always real strong at the restrictor plate tracks. He's running in the 8th position, lined up on the inside with those leaders. There's the pack of cars in front. Former champs taking it easy and just riding at the back and letting things sort themselves out. That being Jordan Green in the 6th, Tyler McMurder in the 84. Up front, it's Daniel Harmon leading the race with Gary Latimirak Jr. running in 2nd, right behind him. Caleb Lopez getting a nice push from Alan Richardson on the outside groove. Caitlin Lohr running in the 4th position. She was also on the outside groove up there fighting for the lead, and now she tucks in line, and everybody gets sorted out single file for the most part, going through turns 3 and 4. A couple of paint jobs did not load in this race, so it's really difficult for me to let you know who is who. Jordan Green, Tyler McMurder, both able to work their way around that car right there, with Rush Downing still having to tuck in behind that car. Now it becomes a 4-car tandem. The next car they would catch is Alan Richardson in the number 74 Chevy. The second group picking them off one by one. You see this a lot in real life Cup Series events as well. Some drivers elect to qualify at the back, or if they do get a poor qualifying result, they elect to race at the back and avoid all major serious incidents. That way, no matter what, they have a shot to win the race towards the end. We should let you know Gary Latimirak Jr. in the number 10 car has taken the race lead. He has one win this season already. That came back at Charlotte, the night race. And on that night, Jordan Green finished 2nd, Tyler McMurder 3rd, Brian Wiggins 4th, and Eddie Fikes rounded out the top 5. So Gary was mixing it up with the drivers that are amongst the best in the elite in the community of NOSSCAR. And he got the job done. Right now he's under fire. He's got a couple of cars on the outside of him up there, but right now we got a battle for position back here. Caitlin Lohr trying to draft with Rush Downing. Tyler McMurder tucks down in front of her. And they're all going to start drafting, and there was a bit of contact made between Rush Downing and that car on the outside of them as well. Now we're beginning to see 3 different groups of cars forming. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. up in the 2nd position. He's right behind Gary Latimirak Jr. So the 2 juniors running 1st and 2nd here in the Alabama 100. These drivers are going to have to make 2 or 3 pit stops throughout the race. Some drivers, if they have minimal drafting assistance throughout the event, may have to take a splash of fuel extra towards the end of the race. And keep in mind, we only have a hunch about that because we are in the 8th season of this eSport racing series known as the NOSSCAR X2 Series. And whoa, some contact made between Rush Downing and Caitlin Lohr. They both gather it back up. They stay in the same drafting group. In the 2nd group, it's Daniel Harmon leading Caleb Lopez and Kenny Adair. And here in the 3rd group, it's Jordan Green, Caitlin Lohr, Rush Downing, Tyler McMurder. Whoa! And Caitlin Lohr goes around off the front bumper of Rush Downing and back up onto the racetrack. And that's a tough break. She was scored inside the top 10. She had drafting partners. She was looking good. That's how quickly you can turn around here, especially at Talladega Superspeedway. In the blink of an eye, you can go from inside the top 10 to just trying to finish on the lead lap, and that's a shame. She always looks forward to the plate tracks, and she always runs well here. I'm close to capturing a couple of wins at these drafting tracks. Up front, Gary Latimirak Jr., Jeffrey Robinson Jr. They are the front 2. Eddie Fikes in the 9 car scored in 3rd. So the front group has 3 cars in it. The 2nd group has 3 cars in it, and we're watching the 3rd group, which also has 3 cars in it. So we're seeing the drivers run in 7th, 8th, and 9th here. We would love to bring you coverage of the battle for the race lead, but we can't. It's the only way we can bring you footage here in the world of the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition video game. And in that 2nd group, it's still Daniel Harmon, Caleb Lopez, and Kenny Adair. Those 3 drivers working together. In the NOSSCAR X2 Series, there are no cautions. We run 20% distance races of real-life Cup Series events. Damage is always off at the restrictor plate tracks. And now Rush Downing coming down pit road. The fuel and tire wear is 3 times what it would normally be. So these drivers are forced to have to make plenty of pit stops, and sometimes the race comes down to the driver that can have a good speed throughout the race, maintain a good speed, as well as save a little bit of fuel here and there. So it's a very exciting series, especially with the unique point system It's all about your 8 highest points totals from races that determine your total amount of points in the point standings. 25 races in a season, but it's not necessarily all about the most points at the end of the season amongst all of those races. It's simply all about the driver's 8 highest points accumulations in races. Maximum amount of points a driver can receive in one season, 208. Maximum amount of points a driver can receive in a race is 26, and that includes a bonus point for leading a lap and another bonus point for leading the most. You won't find another point system or rules format quite like it. And it's become one of the harder trophies to achieve over the years. Now it looks like Jordan Green coming down pit road. Looks like Jerry Ashley in the 15 car missed pit road. There he is. Oh, that'll cost you some time. He was already having a bit of a rough start. He kind of came down across the nose of the number 10 car of Gary Latimirak Jr. The 10 car was below the yellow line when it happened. No penalty on the incident to either driver, but of course it cost Jerry Ashley dearly. He's currently scored in the 14th position. And here comes the 84 car. Tyler McMurder shoots down pit road. There are no cautions and no black flags, so the drivers are able to fly down pit road at Mach 1 speeds and make their way to their pit stalls. It looks like Jeffrey Robinson Jr. also on pit road for service. And there you see the 3 car of Matt Tetmeyer leaving pit road. We haven't spoken too much about him, but he's been having a great run, solidly inside the top 5. And it looks like McMurder's going to actually exit pit road in front of Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 42. Jerry Ashley in the 15 finally made it down pit road successfully, and he's going to get service. He's down and away. Jordan Green getting a heck of a push there. From the 94 of Kenny Adair, they both fly by Tyler McMurder, who was coming out of pit road. The yellow car you see behind him is Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 42. Just to update you on the front runners, Gary Latimirak Jr. in the 10 car is still your race leader. However, the rest of the top 5 has completely changed, and when we can let you know who the new top 5 runners are, we'll bring it right to you. Oh, we got a car up here in the wall, and it looks like it's Daniel Harmon in the 62 car. He was inside the top 5, and I'm not sure what happened, but he was in the outside wall coming into turn 4. He's back up to full power, but without a drafting partner right now. But he might fall back into the clutches of one of those other cars. I believe he did. He might be able to hitch a ride with one of them. And that's a shame. And we're getting a report it was actually Daniel Harmon that was drafting with Gary Latimirak Jr. up there battling for the race lead. So now the race leader in the number 10 car, Gary has no drafting partner. And the rest of the top 5 trying to run him down. That includes Matt Tetmeyer, Jordan Green, and Kenny Adair. Those drivers, we can confirm, are running inside the top 5. In fact, we can score Tyler McMurder in the 84 car in the 5th position, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 42 in 6th. So the top 4 are Gary Latimirak Jr., Gary Latimirak Jr., Matt Tetmayer, Kenny Adair, and Jordan Green. Those are your top 4 right now. It's a whole lot harder to try to figure out the running order in the scoreboard at these long drafting tracks, because once we get spread out, there's only so much coverage that we can bring you. But up front, it actually looks like Kenny Adair in the 94 has lost the draft with the top 3. So now it is Gary Latimirak Jr., Jordan Green, and Matt Tetmayer, your top 3. Kenny Adair in 4th, Tyler McMurder in 5th, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 6th, Daniel Harmon in 7th, and that's Caleb Lopez right behind him in the 8th position. Caitlin Lohr runs in the 9th position. Alan Richardson rounds out the top 10. There you see Kenny Adair in the 94. He's the driver with, or the car up there. Number 94 McDonald's Ford with no drafting help. And now we see the pair of Tyler McMurder and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and also the pair of Daniel Harmon and Caleb Lopez teaming up and trying to run down the drivers up there running in the top 4. And if the rest of the top 4, the top 3 runners split, then having a dancing partner is going to be key. We know that everybody needs to make one more round of green flag pit stops. Pardon me. Coming into this race, Tyler McMurder in the 84, 2 wins in a row to take the points lead from Jordan Green. He has a 2-point advantage over the driver of the 06 car. Coming into the event, it's Tyler in the 84, Jordan in the 06, Daniel in the 62, Caleb in the 95, and Brian Wiggins in the 5. The top 5 in the point standings. And now, as you can see, Tyler McMurder caught Kenny Adair, and he makes a move on the outside. That was a battle for the 4th position. He's got Jeffrey Robinson Jr. giving him a push on the outside line. And there you see the other 2 cars following these guys. Caleb Lopez now in front of Daniel Harmon. They have swapped roles, those 2 cars. And Kenny Adair tucks in line and gets the draft with McMurder in the 84, Robinson Jr. in the 42. Really like the paint job on the 42 and the 94, both of them sporting a good look here in the Alabama 100. Tell you who else is sporting a good look, but we haven't really had much of a look at his race car, and that is the race leader, Gary Latimirak Jr. in the number 10 car. He leads the way here at Talladega Superspeedway. He's under fire a little bit up there from Jordan Green and from Matt Tetmayer. Those are the 2 drivers running in 2nd and 3rd, and you're watching the battle for 4th on back, led by the 7-time champ Tyler McMurder in the 84, Kenny Adair, the 2018 NOSSCAR Truck Series champion. And Jeffrey Robinson Jr., the highest scored rookie in the point standings, currently scored 6th in the point standings here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, having a solid season. He's finished second a couple of times, should have had the win, arguably, one or two of those times. These guys just simply swapping positions here and that. I don't know if that's exactly what you want to do if you're trying to run down the race leaders. Arguing for real estate here to figure out who's going to be the one to make the charge. Remember, if the top three get into it, or if they split up and they lose the draft, then it's going to be real interesting, because this pack right here will eventually become the #1 group of cars. They will run down all three of them in front of these guys if they get split up there. So it's never over, and you're always trying to think of those strategies. If you can be the first car in line in Group 2, Group 3, hey, sometimes the incident happens in front of you. Kenny Adair still making it interesting. He gets around Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Lopez and Daniel Harmon have caught these guys. Soon we're going to have a 5-car battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th positions. "12 drivers are left in the event of the 16 that started. The most recent casualty in the event is Eddie Fikes in the number 9 car. He is going to finish in the 13th position. So we have 12 cars left on the racetrack. The driver's a little bit further back from this battle. Caitlin Lohr runs in the 9th position. Alan Richardson runs in 8th. And whoa, we saw something happen there, and we're going to see if we can... Kenny Adair comes down pit road, and it looks like somebody missed pit road. Oh man, I think it was Caleb Lopez. No, it was Daniel Harmon in the 62 car who missed pit road, and that always costs you time. We're gonna fast forward the footage for you, because we know it's only a matter of time until the 84 car makes his scheduled pit stop as well. Here he comes. Jordan Green in the 6th car on pit road as well. Actually, we were watching Jordan Green leaving pit road, it looked like. Oh, and it looks like Tyler's going to join the track behind Kenny Adair in the 94. No drafting partner in sight. Just in front of Tyler, it's Caleb Lopez drafting with Kenny Adair. They're running in 3rd and 4th, so Tyler in the 84 car currently scored in the 5th position. Gary Latimirak Jr. is your race leader, but he is without a drafting partner. Matt Tetmier runs in 2nd, but he as well does not have a drafting partner. Kenny Adair runs 3rd, and he's got Caleb Lopez giving him a solid push. And they're both gaining tremendous time on your race leaders. However, Gary Latimerак Jr. is trying to catch a lapped car in front of him, and if he can, then he will have a drafting partner, and he might be able to hold on and win this race. Your top 5 are Gary, Matt, Kenny, Caleb, and Tyler. I believe Daniel Harmon has gone 1 lap down due to missing pit road. So he is not the driver currently scored in 6th, although it was him that was lined up behind Tyler in the 84 there for a little while. We're still cycling the order back through. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is actually scored in the 6th position with Alan Richardson in 7th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is drafting with Daniel Harmon, who is currently scored in the 10th position, 1 lap down, after missing pit road and losing quite a bit of track time. Meanwhile, up front, I really wish we could bring you coverage of it, but it's Gary Latimerak Jr. in the 10 car leading the way in the Alabama 100, looking for his 2nd career NOSSCAR X2 Series win. He has caught the lapped car that he was searching for. He now has a drafting partner, and it's Caitlin Lohr in the number 48 car. She is now the first car 1 lap down, and she is right behind your race leader, giving him a push, and now they are able to keep a steady, healthy gap in between themselves and Matt Tetmier in the 3, Kenny Adair in the 94, Caleb Lopez in the 95. Those are the drivers trying to chase them down and make something happen here, because as you can see, Tyler in the 84 not making anything happen, no drafting help. Just kind of settled into the 5th position, and that seems to be where he's going to finish. Daniel Harmon nowhere to be found behind them now. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. runs in 6th, but he's got 3 different cars coming up behind him, led by Alan Richardson in the 74 car. So we're going to have a battle for position from 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, it looks like, before the end of this race. And they might all be able to run down the 84 car. It is quite a gap, but they are running considerably faster. Oh my goodness, and we see Jordan Green in the 6 car parked on pit road. I'm not sure what the issue was, but evidently his day is done, and he will not be finishing this race. Jordan Green is going to receive a 12th place finish here in the Alabama 100. And whoa, we had a spin in the back. It's Alan Richardson, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. into the inside wall. Jerry Ashley in the 15 was involved. And we saw Rush Downing out of control here. Oh my goodness, so much happened there in 1 lap. and the drivers that were fighting for 6th, 7th, and 8th all made contact with each other. And I believe that it was Alan Richardson that was able to get out in front of all of them and put the 74 car of Alan Richardson into the 6th position. Man, that was quite the dust up over there. Coming out of turn 2. And we should update you, Gary Latimirak Jr. has a healthy 3-second gap in between himself and the driver in 2nd, and that is Matt Tetmeier in the 3. Kenny Adair, Caleb Lopez are both about 2 seconds behind Matt Tetmeier in the 3, but I believe that they're going to fall a little bit short of time. Coming to the checkered flag, Gary Latimirak Jr. in the 10 car wins the Alabama 100. Race 17 here in Season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. And one heck of a drive. Pretty much flawless, we would say. Barely touched a car out there. Led the most laps. Qualified towards the front up there in, I believe, the 4th position. And he gets the job done. 2nd career NOSSCAR X2 Series win. Matt Tetmeier in 2nd, he was your pole sitter. Kenny Adair 3rd, Caleb Lopez 4th, Tyler McMurder 5th, Alan Richardson in 6th, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. 7th, Caitlin Lohr in 8th, Daniel Harmon in 9th, and Jerry Ashley rounding out the top 10. Rush Downing 11th, Jordan Green in 12th, Eddie Fikes 13th, Brian Wiggins 14th, One-Eyed Rat 15th, Tiger DeBinto rounding out the field. Head over to NOSSCAR.com/X2 Series to see full updated point standings, and also scroll down at the bottom of the home page of the website to find details on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR eSport driver. Congratulations, Gary Latimirak Jr.'s 2nd career X2 Series win. Catch us at Bristol. That is the next event on the schedule. X2 Series races are Wednesday nights on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. That's where the NOSSCAR B Division drivers come to play.